playing tricks. Stay for a moment, let the wild come home, right here in this room.
I'm a little camera shy, so I'm not on camera often, but I also realized that I film a lot of haul and shopping videos without filming my plant care. So today everybody's getting treated for pests with a DIY pest solution that contains Dr. Bronner's tea tree soap, no, it's not Dr. Bronner's, it's Dr. Woods. It really doesn't matter whether it's Dr. Bronner's or Dr. Woods. The peppermint soap. Some 70% isopropyl alcohol and some hydrogen peroxide. So these 4 things together, in order to make your DIY pest treatment, what you want to do is you need 4 gallons. I use this gallon spray jug. So because I use a gallon, you can modify this recipe I'm about to tell you however you need to modify it for your own sprayer. But within a gallon, I use 1 cup of the tea tree soap, 1 cup of the peppermint soap, 2 tablespoons of the peroxide, and 2 cups of the alcohol. So like I said, 1 cup of each of the soaps, 2 tablespoons of peroxide, and 2 cups of the alcohol. And I treat my plant. So today, you see a lot of them already in the tub. This is my 3rd go around of filling up the tub. I don't try to fit each and every plant I could possibly fit in there. I let them be spaced out a bit just so I can make sure I get every leaf wet and soaked down with the solution. As you can see, everything in there, and down to the tiny guys. You're able to get every leaf when you do it that way. Because they're getting treated today, whenever you pest treat, a lot of times check the directions on the bottles if you have a store-bought pest treatment. Even with this DIY, I know that while your leaves are wet with this treatment, it can make them more prone to burning. So whenever I treat, I turn all of my grow lights off for the day. Don't put your plants to be without light for just 24 hours. So for 24 hours, I will turn off my grow lights. They'll come back on tomorrow morning, and then these guys will be safe and these guys will be treated. So let me start getting these guys out the tub and get the next round of guys in here. So let me go get my rag to wipe off the pots. So what I do on pest treatment day is anybody who needs a watering, most of my plants I've made self-watering and put wicks in them. I'll go ahead and put water in the pot. But then for the pest treatment, I'll treat them directly in their pots. Just because any little drippings of the pest treatment, I don't mind getting down into the pots, because sometimes you'll find little pests or little larvae of pests hiding down inside of your pots. So if it was just a regular watering day, a lot of times I'll take them out of the pots, the cash pots, to water them so that the water runs all the way through. And then any that are self-wicking already, I'll fill them up. That's my new begonia. It's immaculata. They call it obsidian though, because although it's immaculata, it's not green like the Immaculata, these dark leaves, and I love that. It seems to be that I can only keep dark begonia alive in this house for whatever reason. My Prince of Orange. That guy. Oh, I just heard you spill some water out. I'm gonna wipe that off the toilet. My Purple Passion. This thirsty girl. One thing I'll tell people about Purple Passions, because I have an aunt who said she can't keep one alive, is don't let them dry out. This girl's in a self-watering pot. I check her more often than once a week just to make sure she's still moist. Because I feel like when you let these Purple Passions dry out, they're going to die on you. They just are. And they have those fuzzy leaves, so you just gotta also keep them treated for pests. Because I did have one go downhill on me before, but it was totally due to spider mites. So, preventative treatment is best. Okay. My Ring of Fire for a long time wasn't doing very well. And I had all but given up on it. And then one day I just decided it wanted to start acting like it wanted to live. And so, I did have to repot it further down in the soil because it had grown so leggy at the base from killing off all of its initial leaves. So I didn't chop it or anything. I just potted it further down in the pot to stabilize it, and that's what she looks like right now. My Poor Mellow. If you've seen my Mellow on Instagram or other pictures, she was so much fuller than this. One of the kids, and nobody knows who, of course, knocked her down and broke her leaves. So these are the leaves we have left. And this new leaf coming in here, and there's a new little growth point down in that soil if you can see it. But yeah, one of them knocked her down off the shelf and broke her leaves off. So I lost all my biggest leaves, which was very sad for me. It always is when something like that happens to one of my guys. This guy's heavy. This is my Pariso Verde. Now, I did chop her back at one point because during the winter, she didn't stop growing. She was still pushing out leaves, but she was pushing out all green. And this is the newest leaf since the spring has broke. So she's getting her color back. She's on this pole. She started to root into the pole pretty good. You can see those roots there. And to water her pole, they have these cute little reservoir things that you can buy on Amazon. If you saw my video unboxing and starting with these, then you know. If you know, you know. But that's how I keep her mouse pole watered. I literally just broke this off of her just sitting her down. Perfectly healthy leaf, nothing wrong with it. But not super mad, it's what happens sometimes. It's a little Episcia. She would not grow for me. All she kept doing was dying for a while, which is why she's so bold on the top. But I have her sitting close to a south-facing window now, so that's where all of this new growth is coming from. So we'll see how she does over time, over the summer. Alocasia Black Velvet. And I got this little girl. She was one little leaf, which was fine with me. Since then, we've grown another little leaf, and we'll see how she does in the next few months. Hopefully we can get her full, nice and full. Okay. I gotta keep wiping down as I go. Alright. This is my tiny little new VTI. Which is a seedling. I fully expect this guy to lose every one of these leaves it came with, but that's just how it happens sometimes. But I'm excited to see what else happens. This is the Pick Them Tricolor you saw recently in a haul. This is her newest leaf. Just popped out this week. That pattern on there is just so pretty. That's why I like these. So I just had to have one. That was a part of my 2026 wish list. And my queen, my Hurricane. I get seedling a lot just because it's cheaper. And so this was one of the original leaves. So I'm not surprised that it's going. It's the last of the original leaves. This one was grown here in the house, and this one just popped out this week, so we'll see how much she continues to grow. This is my only other begonia. Begonia boyfriend, which is another dark begonia. Immaculata is a king style begonia. This guy's a rhizomatic begonia. But that's what his dark self looks like close up. Mind you, all of this shine on their leaves is that treatment, and that's why I don't overload the tub, because I want every leaf on every plant to get good and coated. There you go, Peperomia peppermills. People don't expect these to live very long because peperomia in general don't live long for people. And these guys are dainty and tiny, and it's easy to kill them, but it's been growing. Some days it'll let you know when it's not happy. Because it'll be days where it's droopy as I don't know what, and then it'll be days where it's a little more perky. Although as it's grown, it's basically kind of trailing. So you're going to get that hang down effect regardless. Oh, there go two leaves that can fall off. Okay. One of the many African violets here in the house. This girl wasn't doing good for a while, but I think it's just because her spread, when she is doing good, is so wide. And I have been keeping her on the shelf with the other guys. And I don't think she was able to get enough light on the majority of her leaves. But all this new growth in the middle and these flowers, since I've moved her to her own shelf, are proof positive that she's on her way back up. She's getting happy again, so there she is with all of her little flowers. So she's back to being happy. So we'll see some changes in her. And last but not least, my crystallinum that I got in a recent haul. And if you see that haul on my video page, I don't remember how many leaves it came with. I know it wasn't this many. But she's been doing pretty good with putting out leaves here. I know this reddish one There's a newer one. And I see another new little one down there. Right there coming up. It's developing more aerial roots too. Okay, so I think she's happy. I don't know if you've seen in any, oh, there's another one coming in. I don't know if you've seen in any of my videos before, but with a lot of the anthurium, people think that the room temperature, or no, the room humidity has to be high. And I've found out that it's not really so much the room as it is the roots. The roots are more what needs the humidity with a lot of these anthurium, more so than the leaves. And if you keep the roots with good humidity, they just grow. So what you may see later if I get to bring my Radlux in here, which is pushing out yet another leaf. But what I do, if you haven't seen it before, is with granted of course not when I'm watering them and pest treating them, but I take plastic wrap and wrap the top of the pots with plastic wrap so that it creates that humidity down around the soil and the roots. And for one, I don't have to wear these often. I wear them once every couple weeks, and they stay healthy and happy because covering the once I do water them, covering the soil with the plastic wrap keeps them moist for a while, and it's not too moist because look, they're happy. So I'm doing something right. So that is the last plant that was in the tub at this time. Everybody's gone. Let's go get the next batch. Really quick before I bring in the next batch of plants, this is what I was talking about. If you can see, it's plastic wrapped. And at first somebody was like, well, I don't have to do that, and my anthurium grow perfectly fine in ambient temperatures and conditions. Shut up. Shut up. This is what I have to do. This is how mine grow well. Now for each of these guys I bring in here, checking to see if they need to be watered. It's my Synapsis trivia. I'm moving like that one big leaf. I don't know if you can see it. Just the color variation in that is so pretty. This is one of my guys who came back from the dead down to one leaf, and he's vining nicely. He's dry, so like I said, I made a lot of them self-watering and put wicks in them. So I'm gonna put some water in his little cash pot for him and get him in the tub. My ant plant feels moist, but the bottom of that reservoir is dry too. This guy scared me because when I first got him, I thought I saw a dying leaf on there. No, when I first got him, it took him a while to acclimate to my house. Like, he was losing leaves right and left, but was growing them at the same time, growing tiny little ones. And then now I guess he's stabilized because I haven't been getting a lot more leaf loss, and I've been getting a good bit of leaf growth. So he's one of those ones that to me was so temperamental when he got here. The position he's in, he's going to be in for the rest of his life. The rest of his life. You taught me, sir. You taught me not to play with you, and I will not do so. You'll see a lot of these plants have tags, some don't, just because I'm lazy and then get around to tagging them. But most of them I get tags on just because some I'll forget the name of. But this is my Bisma. She had a lot more leaves. I'm trying to remember. I remember like there her leaves getting broke off at once. I can't remember if it was my grandbaby or what happened. Why did you abort those growth points, ma'am? You're nice and moist. What's going on with you, sir? Ma'am. Sir, ma'am. I'm gonna call him whatever I feel like calling him at the time. This is my Ivory Coast now. I may have done a haul video on her. I got her on clearance because she only had like 2 or 3 leaves. But you see all this new growth down and up in here. There's another one coming. All of this at the top. So this is still one of the original leaves. But just with that leaf holding on, there's so much new growth in here. Do you need a drink? Yeah, you feel like you need a drink. Okay, so let's get you a drink. A lot of them, except for those that I know like to dry completely out between waterings, I put wicks into. It just makes my watering day so much easier because I have so many plants. So instead of pulling everything down and watering it, whether it be in the tub or however other people water, it's easier for me to just go by, lift up the grow pot, put water in the cash box, and keep it pushing. I get done a lot quicker that way. And that is for the plants that I don't have on that automatic irrigation system. If you haven't seen the video on that, you can check that out. I have 2 of those going in the house. So any of the plants that are on those systems, I don't even have to worry about, as long as I keep that main reservoir full. Then I'm good on those. One of my Chinese evergreens. One of my aglaonemas. I cannot remember the name of this one right now. But I can tell you these white stems were very attractive to me. And the skinny foliage. But I have the names of every plant I have written down somewhere because I have like a plant journal. The plant journal lets me know because life be lifing. So sometimes you might overwater one of those plants that don't really like Hoya. Do not, to me, my Hoya in this house, in these conditions, do not need to be watered every week. So I keep track of like my cactuses. When's the last time I watered my cactus? Or my semi-succulents like my ZZs, or my snake plants, and my Hoya. So that way I don't overwater anything. So the names of everything I have are in that book, as well as on my website at planters.com. But in real time, I be forgetting the name of these things all the time. Let's see who needs a water before we go in the tub for pest treatment. I know you need a water. As far as I'm concerned, every week, every single time, whether you think they do or not, alocasia need water. I have yet to meet an alocasia to prove me wrong. They can always use a drink. They do not like drying out. People always talk that, oh, well, they cycle out leaves. That's just what they do. No. As you'll see with a lot of mine, I tend to keep more than 2 or 3 leaves on them. Unless like that mellow or that bisma, they get broken off. Kids and grandbabies, man, I swear they're detriments to they're serious danger to your plants. But this guy was another one of those ones I got on clearance. It was raggedy when I bought it. But I know it's alocasia. The one thing I love about alocasias is they never really die. You can cut every one of these leaves off and it's just going to reshoot. As long as you're taking care of it the way it wants to be taken care of, keeping it moist, you'll get every last one of these back and then some. Sometimes it comes back healthier, honestly. Especially if it's something like a leaf fungus or something that's actually causing you the problem. You cut all those leaves off, keep taking care of that pot like you normally would. Oh, you definitely need a pest treatment. What is that? Is that a fungus gnat? It's okay. I'm about to kill everything. It's perfectly fine. I'm about to kill everything. So, let's get you in the tub. Because you screaming for pest treatment. What that fungus gnat called across your soil. These violets, soon as spring sprung, they started going crazy with the flowers. all winter long. They had just been beautiful specimens just because of the leaves. If you look at the leaves, they're so fuzzy and full of life. But this guy was the one that started flowering the earliest. So you'll see some of these buds are done, they're spent. But oh, when she was flowering, I swear that was all she was doing. The new leaves you saw were super tiny, and all you saw was flowers, flowers, flowers. But I think her flowering time is done. A lot of these are dying off now, but look how full and beautiful she is. Self-watering. I swear by it, and some people hate it. I'm not sure why, or what they could be doing differently than what I'm doing, because it is a time saver and a godsend for me. Yeah, there's something crawling around in the bottom of this pot. That's exactly why, and I don't know if you can see it. Super, super, super tiny. I don't know if you can see it. Either way, the pot's about to be treated, so it's a-okay. I love these variegated violets because it's so many different varieties of African violets that you never get bored. And I couldn't wait to see what this guy's flowers were going to be like. And it's these soft bubblegum pink flowers. Who would have thought that leaves like that were going to produce soft bubblegum pink flowers? But that guy is spreading. He has a good spread on him. Oh, that's right. Let me put you back in the pot because your pot is going to get treated along with you. I don't know why I took you guys out of the pot, because these pots are getting treated as well. I don't see anything falling around in your pot, but I don't care. Preemptively, they're going to go ahead and get your pot treated too. Just is what it is. Alright? I cannot Mama Winlandia. I was about to say, I can't remember for the life of me what this guy is, but it's a Winlandia. Here's the thing. I can't remember what was happening at the time. But I already knew these guys do not take neglect well. Not over here, they don't. I don't know how much other people can neglect them before they act up, but for me, they have no tolerance. So this was if you probably watched some of my earlier videos, this guy used to hang on the wall. Big, beautiful Chilona specimen. This is what I have left of them. I thought the whole pot was dead, but any of the areas that looked like they still had some green to them, I decided I'm gonna clip them, pot them up, prop them up, and save them. So that's what I did, and it's coming back slowly but surely. She don't look her best right now while she's coming back, but a lot of those are brand new leaves. This is probably still one of the old leaves because of how dark that is. The rest of them are super light, but she's coming back. Okay. Oh, so dragon. You're dry. You are going to need to be repotted soon because the way you're laying in this pot is something different. Yep. Yeah. I'm going to repot soon. Just not today, buddy. It's laying down in the pot like that. So just like that ring of fire, when I do repot, we're gonna get her going more upright and get her down deeper in the pot. I don't know I necessarily need to go up on pot size. I probably won't. I probably will just unpot, stand her up, and repot her and wrap the roots around. So I don't want to go up on pot size. So I will want. You can't always go up on pot size. Now, she had a rough time when she first got here too. So what people will do a lot of times is cut off ugly leaves. I do not. Plants do not look 100% perfect in nature, so they're not going to look 100% perfect in this house. So this is one of the newer leaves that she put out. Now that she's getting happy again, this guy, these were some of the older ones. All I did was I literally just cut off browning parts and kept these silvery parts so they could keep working for the plant. She's got a little pup in there. So she's on the mend. She is on the mend. And she about to get treated. Now I think what her initial problem was I had her under that really, really powerful Verena grow light, and a lot of my alocasias, especially like my Frydek, my variegated Frydek, they love that light. They grow so well under that light, but she did not like it. And I'm realizing that alocasias with these thicker, more leather leaves do not care to have that much light blasted on them. Those thin leaf alocasias, they love it. These thick leaf, leather leaf alocasia, they can't stand it. So I put them under weaker lights, and sometimes in dappled light, because it might be next to a plant that's taller than it that's catching most of the light, and they're just getting little bits of light. And that's what made this guy happy finally, going up underneath the canopy of a bigger plant. And so that's where she will stay, since that's what makes her happy. I'll put you down next to your cousin. Another variety of African violet. The flowers are actually violet. You see these crinkle leaves? Crinkly with that light veination. I don't know if that comes across. Okay, I feel like you can see that really good. Yeah, these are crinkly leaves with the light centers. There's so many different types of African violets. They're like, you got good water in there, so you're good. You just need to be treated. Treated. About you. Yeah, I think I gave y'all water yesterday, so. They're another plant that doesn't like to go dry. So I make sure I pretty much keep water in there. Reservoir at all times. Like with a lot of other plants, I think where some people go wrong with self-watering is they never let the reservoir go dry. I will let the reservoir go dry so the soil has a chance to dry out between waterings for plants that like to dry out between waterings. However, this is not one of them. This one, whenever that reservoir is dry, I fill that reservoir. They do not like to dry out between waterings. This is my favorite one. And this also put out some pretty pink flowers. They're not that light bubblegum pink like the other one, but super pretty. Those variegated leaves, oh, she's so pretty. Okay, only a couple more will fit in here in that way where, like I said, the leaves aren't, no plant is canopying the other plant so that every plant gets every leaf situated. So maybe 2 or 3 more. Let's see. Now, someone recently asked for some nice tall beginner plants, and I said this guy was one of them. If you stake him up, he's gonna get tall for you. He grows like a weed. As long as you're giving him water and light, he's happy. This guy could be fuller. I chopped him up a bit just because he keeps outgrowing the stick I got him on. And the thing is, I don't have unlimited, infinite space for plants. So sometimes I have to chop them back in order to keep them where they need to be in the spots that I have for them. Oh, guy, you are dry. Let me help you out. But this is one of those ones that it's been times where I have completely And I mean, utterly, totally, and completely neglected this guy. And it's just like, well, there's a couple leaves here, but I'll still be around. Not going anywhere. And then once you start back taking care of it, it's new leaf, new leaf, new leaf. Look at this. I don't know if you can see it in here. Two new leaves side by side. New one, new growth point here, new leaf. Like, they're all up in there. They're all up in there. So when you're taking care of this guy, it bushes a lot. It's just the regular burley marks, not the burley marks flame, but the regular burley marks. And even though for somebody, my particular plant may seem too sparse for them, especially this top part up here. But again, it has all these growth points in here. I'm going to wait until after summer to see just how much more it fills in. And if I feel like it's not full enough, then the propagation that I took of this guy, which is a pretty big propagation in itself, I'll just pot it back up with it and fill it out. But easy beginner plant. Easy beginner plant for, I mean, it makes a statement. It does. Just because of how tall and big it gets. And it's super easy while doing that. Oh, no space that way, so I gotta put you over here. Homolamina selby. Homolaminas are another one of those plants where I will not let the reservoir go dry at all. Homolaminas do not play that mess. They are thirsty, thirsty, thirsty plants. They do not like to dry out between witterings at all. She got some crisping around her edges. I can't remember if that was, because I've had to move her all over the house. Like, while all the grandbabies were here, for some reason they just kept knocking her over. Like, she got it's a wonder she's still alive. It is a wonder she is still alive. She got knocked over, like, on a daily basis for a while. And I just decided, okay, I'm going to have to move her from that spot. As much as I didn't want to, I had to move her to save her. So, I'm surprised she's even still hanging in there. Yeah, I have to push out a new leaf. This one was, I think the newest one before that. Or this one. It might have been this one. I just know these both are new leaves, and she's pushing another one, so since she stopped getting knocked over, she's happy. But again, cannot let her reservoir dry out. Her or the gem. I have her and I have a homolamina gem. I would like to get more homolaminas. But like I said, they homolaminas, the African violets, that purple passion plant. That's all I can think of right now, but those are the ones I do not let their reservoirs dry out. If I go and take a look and there's no water left in that reservoir, I immediately fill it. Most of my philodendron, I'll let the reservoir dry out. They can go ahead and dry out between waterings because they can take it. They're fine with that. But those guys, alocasia too. With my alocasia, the more days I let them dry, the more leaves they lose. Like, I let them stay too dry for 1 day, I might get one leaf that dies off. 2 days, I'm gonna get 2 leaves that dies off. By the time you get to day 3, it's killing off quite a few leaves. So I think that's another reason why some people can't keep alocasia with more than 2 or 3 leaves. Don't let those guys dry out completely. Do not. I do not. Let's see. Maybe one more? Alright, let's go get something. These will be the last 2 and then we'll treat. My Berkey. I have always loved this plant since the first time I saw it. I know at one point people were going crazy for them and the hype seems to have died down, but not for me. I love when I get a new leaf and it's all bright white like that. And he just keeps growing. Look at him here. He's pretty massive. I'm not mad at you at all, Berkey. Are you dry? No, you're moist. You're good. You don't need to be watered, but you need to be treated. That red, I don't know if you can see that because there's leaves all in the way. Let's see. Oh, there we go. That red that is in there sometimes, I don't know, that just strikes me. Like this direction is the perfect one. And make sure we keep our spread out enough so every leaf can get. Okay, so I got space for just one more. And that's this guy. This is the Homeland Gem. Emerald green gem. Get rid of that dead leaf there. And I see why she killed it. She's dry. I just got done saying, do not let the reservoir on this guy's go dry. I'll get the rest of the water that's currently in the can. By the way, in my watering can is tap water. I use tap water, but I treat the tap water. I forget the name of the stuff I use. I'll put a picture of it up on the screen. I treat it with that. I also put in my pureed fertilizer, and I'm good to go. Now I have a new fertilizer I'll be trying for my Hoyas. But since I haven't used it yet, I won't mention it. We'll see how that goes. But my typical watering can is the water conditioner and the fertilizer. Every time. All year long. I know people like, oh, don't fertilize in the winter. No, I do. And then probably once every couple of months, I'll put everything in the shower and hit it with just the plain old tap water to rinse the soil through. And then I go back to my fertilizer with every watering. Every single watering. That's how I make up my watering can. But she's got a good spread on her. That's what she looks like standing upright. But I keep her on a lower shelf, so this is pretty much what you see. Now, one shelf I had her on was too short for her because of how tall she grew. That is burn marks from the grow light. You see how uniform and even those little circles are? Those came from that leaf literally touching the grow light. So I pay special attention to that now with her and the Birkin, because they are tall enough now to where, depending on where I put them, I gotta watch their leaves against the grow lights, and I have to turn them in and arrange them in a way where their leaves aren't touching the grow lights. Okay, if you can see, that is a plant full. A tub full, I mean. A plant full. What am I saying? That is a tub full. And it's not even as many plants as I can fit in the tub, but like I said, I gotta leave space so that I can water around everybody. Here's a closer look up of what that looks like. So everybody has good space around them, just so I can see and get to every leaf on every plant. Okay. Alright, and that is this round of plants treated. So, I'm going to let you go. You get the gist. And it smells so good. It smells better than neem oil or a lot of other nonsense you might use that you find out doesn't really help or keep pests off your plants. This works. I usually don't have a pest problem, and a lot of this spraying, more often than not for me, is preventative. Although I just did see a fungus gnat in that allocation mask soil, and I did see something tiny crawling around in a pot of one of those violets. But because I do this preventatively, and I do it at least once a month, I can't say I've ever had an outbreak of spider mites, thrips, mealybugs, anything. I don't think I've ever seen a mealybug in here. But that's it. And figured I'm shopping and doing the holes all the time, and a lot of times I don't talk and I don't show my face because I'm a little camera shy, but figured I'd at least show my treatment routine. So thanks for watching, and see you next time.